name's Jerry Chism. I left the Navy as a E6 in IC1. Basically, in 1963, I got my draft notice, and I got the opportunity to either join the Navy or the Army, and so I joined the Navy, and they gave me. I was lucky. They gave. Also, I'm from Indiana, and they gave me a choice of having boot camp in Great Lakes in December. And me being from Indiana, I know how cold it is in Chicago, so I chose San Diego, and I'm glad I did. And after boot camp, I went to Interior Communications A School in San Diego,
Okay.
and I got orders. I got orders for the America, which was being commissioned, and scheduled for the commission was in January '65, and I became a plank owner on the ship, and we had several months of training in Norfolk, preparing us to come aboard the ship in Newport News, and I spent it was probably just about a year service before I went aboard the ship, counting the boot camp, and we came aboard the ship, and I spent the rest of my active duty time aboard the America. It was staggering. I had seen pictures of aircraft carriers, but I never realized something this big could actually float. I mean, it took a little while to get used to finding my way around that thing, and once I got acclimated to the ship and everything, it was a ball living on that thing, because we had well, of course we were the ship's name was America, and it was we had some pretty rough inspections, and they wanted us everywhere we went. We really had to show off, and that was a little rough. But the food on the ship, I had wondered what the food would be like when you're trying to serve 5,000 guys. But when we were out to sea and had flight operations, they served you food 21 hours a day, and but they always made they made a big thing about any celebration. They'd make a sheet cake for everything. There was always we had 50 days of whatever state you were born in. I was born in Indiana, so they'd make a big cake for us, and everybody from Indiana, we'd all get a steak, and surprisingly enough, the steaks weren't that tough. It was pretty good on that ship, but it was just coming aboard such something like that. It was, I don't know, for a small town kid from Indiana, to see something like that. Let's see, I don't think. Yeah, I had seen. I was going to say I went to California to see the ocean, but I was going to say it's the first time I ever really got out on the ocean. I'd seen the ocean, but just to be out on something like that that actually, I guess the ship's draft was about 35 feet, and it just couldn't believe something like that, something big that could actually float. And I love being aboard that ship, because I like whenever I wasn't on watch or on duty, I'd always go topside or go up to what they call Vulture's Road, or what's the flight operations. But something about sea air, so I wanted to. I spend all my waking hours. I didn't like being down below that much, so I spend it on somewhere around the flight deck or close to the flight deck. And after I got out, I had an accident while I was on board. I had a skull fracture, and they needed to fly me off to a hospital in Germany. So I I don't think I was as bad as they thought I was, but they did send telegrams to my mother saying it didn't look good. But I got to get on board the mail plane and got shot off the ship, and that's the most memorable thing I had while I was in the Navy, because just the plane captain said go like this, and we told him, nah, we don't do that. So we faced the back of the plane, and the 2 or 3 other men were on the plane with me, and we all went out like that. And then it was, because when we got shot off the plane, we went down and we could look back up at the ship, and just the feeling of being shot off that ship was that's the most exciting thing I did, because I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to get off the ship like the fighter pilots. And really, the ship went to general quarters while that was going on, and a lot of my buddies in the IC gang joked with me because they knew the accident that I had, and they didn't think, I don't think they thought I deserved to have to be shut off during general quarters, but it was quite an experience. Got hyped off the ship as a plank owner on Pearl Harbor Day back in '67, and that was special, getting off the ship. And I had a lot of sad feelings about leaving, because the ship was getting ready to go to Vietnam for a Westpac cruise, and I always wanted to be a shellback, guys that go across the, and I never got a chance to do that. So I got out of the Navy then.